question?
Yeah, so just as so clarity, because I thought that when we talked about this the last council meeting, we weren't doing anything with it, not opposing it or not supporting it. And I could be wrong, that's my memory, and I didn't. Because if we're opposing it, we're actually taking a position. I thought that we were going to transfer it, like you said, Mayor, back to AMM. But my memory's not the best.
So I'm remembering it as well, and I remember talking about how AMM was going to be working on a position and an opposition paper to this as well. However, the example we had was from another community where they had a position director. So we can still defer this, like we don't have to make this decision today if we're gonna, I haven't heard anything more from AMM. We haven't really followed up since the meeting, so. If we want to get more.
Well, I'm personally not comfortable with making that decision yet without having way more information on what Bill C-21 is and all that sort of stuff. I would prefer us to defer it and get some more information.
Yeah, and the whole thing is very odd. And, you know, it's not like we're talking about a plastic bag ban or we're talking firearms, we're talking some serious positions on for or against.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, you know, it's no different than we'll make the speed limit 100 kilometers in town, despite the fact that provincial or federal law opposes it, but we have the ability to do so. So now we are just kind of, if that's what the bill, I've never read Bill C-21 in its entirety, so I don't know if that's exactly what it's entailing here. So I'd say take zero position. At the end of the day, we'll be told what to do anyway, really.
My understanding was that by us bringing this forward, was that we were showing AMM support, that we were not in favor of this.
Yeah, I think the intent was that we weren't in favor of the town of Paw having to get involved with this, basically. And the wording of the resolution is, it does take a position, and that wasn't really the intent. The intent was to defer this back to AMM to handle. So that's a good point. Because it says that therefore be a result of the town of Paw is opposed to the change to the CL-21 will make, and the adoption of any bylaws restricting the possession, storage, and transportation of legally obtained handguns. So the other side of the equation is that
But this resolution is the same as the one from Ontario, correct?
It's opposing the changes they've made that require municipalities to enact bylaws to restrict and enforce this handguns, which we do not want the authority to do.
No.
Again, I don't see any risk in us delaying this decision to the next meeting to take a little more of a
So, Jen, to defer this, the mover and the seconder have to move to defer it,
Yeah, or table it.
or table it, I should say. So Carrie and Audrey want to table this, and they have that right.
I would table it.
Pardon me?
I said I would table it. I would be in agreement to table it.
I'll second it.
Well, actually, you need to move it because you moved the motion.
Oh, I read it. Yeah, you're right. So then, am I making a motion?
Here, well, you're
Is that what
making
it's
a
going to be?
resolution that we are going to table the resolution to.
Okay. So I don't remember, I'll have the resolution number here.
It's resolution 2021-119.
move to table resolution.
So I'll make a move to table resolution 2021-119 till the next meeting.
Secretary's good with it? It's tabled. Yes. Just got to get the procedure. Okay. Board of revision.
Resolution number 2021-120, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Murphy. Whereas the town has received notification that the sitting of the Board of Revision date for the 2020 2022 assessment roll will be Monday, December 13th, 2021 at 6 p.m. And whereas in accordance with Town of the Paw bylaw number 4616, being the organizational bylaw, council sits as the Board of Revision. Therefore be it resolved, the council sit as Board of Revision on December 13th, 2021 at 6 p.m. in Council Chambers, 81 Edwards Avenue, to hear appeals for 2021 taxes added to the 2022 assessments. And be it further resolved, the council appoint Jen Early as the Secretary for the Board of Revision.
Alrighty, basic housekeeping, so questions?
Yes. Last year, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I thought that we made it so that we didn't have to reappoint Jen every year, that it was, that
Election officer.
oh, there we go. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Alrighty. Question, all those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Financial statements.
Resolution number 2021-121, moved by myself, second by Councillor Murphy. Resolved the council accept the financial statement for the periods ending April 30th, 2021 and May 31st, 2021, as prepared and submitted by L Legacy Controller.
Were there any questions about the statements?
No, it's nice to see them, for sure, so good work by Laura, and I'm sure Graham's helping along there. One question, or one additional item I wonder if we could have, just so it's a little bit clearer on the labor report, would be to actually get a head count for the department, or an overall head count versus the budgeted head count. And then also, I don't know how hard it is for them to trend overtime, which would help us to understand if we need more labor or less labor, or how things are going. This is a general picture. Because, like I said, it's nice to see the numbers, but they're so big, and it's really hard to say, you know, if I'm managing costs, it's hard to really tell what I'm seeing. Just my opinion.
Any concerns on the statements? We're good? No issues on your end?
Nothing yet?
Nothing yet? Okay. Alrighty, we'll call the question then. All those in favor?
Aye.
It's carried.
Obviously, our concerns with all the closures and all the issues we're having, and nothing was new.
What are the closures? Oh, with the airports and all that stuff, yeah, I see that. It's quite a significant decrease in revenue.
For the bombers and stuff back?
Yeah, they've only gone for like a day and a half.
Okay, so, general business, I guess we're down to committee and board reports. Museum board.
Yeah, we had a meeting there, it was just after our last council meeting. We were obviously closed, and we were all out of court on some items there. They had a special meeting to go over the audit that was presented. There's one comment that was made in the meeting, and Graham came back with a good explanation. There's questions about the amount of surplus that was somewhere around, I think, 77 that they thought was supposed to be in there, but the amount was 20,000 or so less. And so Graham provided me an informed explanation of why it was what it was, so that was fine. So got some answers there. Other than that, yeah, that was the beginning are always sent out a couple of days after the meeting. So, yeah, that was it.
Alrighty. Chamber of Commerce.
We did have a meeting on June 22nd. The biggest thing we really talked about was around the other than that, our priorities continue with that general economic, the grant applications that are in progress, housing and stuff like that. And I guess, Graham, we did have a meeting with Manitoba Housing about potentially working together on the $450,000 Manitoba grant. So still some work to do there, and Jackie was following up with them just to make sure that we have clarity on what they were bringing to the table.
Okay. Destination marketing. Do we know if they've had a meeting? And no minutes were given to you? No? Cedar Lake.
We haven't had a meeting. We had set potentially the AGM for July 15th, but that is a date that is not going to work. So now we are tentatively setting it for the 27th of July. And that's all I have for Cedar Lake.
Summertime meetings are tough.
Very.
Recycling board, Councillor Ward.
We had a meeting last Thursday, and it was a pretty lengthy meeting, and it was about put the tender out, we accepted the tender on getting the fence done up at the recycle center. They want to move forward in a different direction. They're looking at new baling equipment to put in. By putting in new baling equipment means that they have to increase the power capacity at the recycling center from single phase to 3-phase. So that's being given to Revers Electric to come back and say what would be required into hydro. They talked about downtown curbside pickup through the community and changing over from the trailer to maybe a truck. There's lots of discussion on moving forward, and the end result was that between a couple of us at the meeting, we told them that they have to come up with a better business plan and a long-range plan. So they're going to go back and talk to John McKinsey as to see the people who did the study for them before, for OCN, to come back with some numbers and stuff like that. So you're looking at expanding the facility.
Did you say expanding the facility?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions?
And your other one, the only other concern was there's still the thing about the numbers and the money coming from, and I think one of the ladies in contacted Graham about it already, so.
So expanding the facility, meaning to to break product up faster, to store more product inside, to...
It's to upgrade the machinery so that there's not as much manpower required, lasting manpower, but having better equipment. And they got quotes on some of the baling equipment. And also that they're going to need a bigger building if they expand to do whatever.
Was it ever mentioned to purchase their own truck?
Yeah. Yeah, they talked about purchasing a truck, and the thing was talking about how to do curbside with a truck as compared to with a trailer or whatever.
No, I mean, when I said purchasing a truck, I mean like actually purchasing a truck to bring the product down to Winnipeg. Because that seems to be where the big loss is on.
That's correct.
Yeah.
No, they never talked about that, Trevor.
Okay.
Lots of stuff has to be done in the business plan and everything else before they can go forward, so. Well, that's about it.
All right, thank you. Library board.
social media, Instagram is at 460 followers, Facebook has 1,049 likes, 1,106 followers, and TikTok is now at 32. The year-end audit should be returning soon. This is June 11th, but I believe it's done. Have you seen it? Maybe it's not then. Maybe I just thought it was. They've been approved for hiring for summer jobs. There's been a new hire for temporary position. With the prison library, there hasn't been any change. Current programming is still with the bingo, book bingo, that runs all year. The podcast is still going and it's receiving great reception so far. New story times are being posted on YouTube. Oh, that was May. The story walk that ran the last 2 weeks in May was successful. There's now been a partnership that's been created with the Friendship Center for a free story walk, and that's running from June 15th to the 30th. So if you haven't seen it, they'll have a couple more days. And once again, it's in the storefronts. The Summer Reading Club sign-up and promotion is starting. It says this week, but the report is from June 11th, so it would have already started. And Open Book YouTube series was information and personal videos relating to Pride and Indigenous History Month. And those are all being released through June. I think that's everything. The bathrooms are completed. Thank you, everybody. I haven't seen it. I plan on going there this week, but I believe that everything is good to go.
Which bathroom?
Pardon me?
Which bathrooms?
The ones that are in the annex,
In the annex.
the accessible, yes. Yeah.
Pictures to come. I'll get it figured out. There's still waiting.
Are there still bathrooms in the basement?
No.
They're moving quickly.
Nice.
I'll take some photos when I go this week, and then I'll circulate them to everybody. That may be easier than,
I need to know because I was going to do a component.
okay. That's it for library.
All right, scan, there wasn't the usual scan meeting, but there was that lab last week. That was interesting.
It was a novel concept, but I'm still not really 100% sure how that would
Mark?
Yeah, like it's obviously working in other places, and I understand how you would gain a return on investment, but just not really sure how that would
Mark?
Yeah.
Kelsey Plan District, no meetings just yet. KSD Committee.
We haven't done anything.
No, we didn't, but we, both Andre and myself, I'm sure, would like to congratulate all the graduates and all the students in the tri-community for the past year, and all the teachers as well. Very trying time to get through, and congratulations to everyone with all their accomplishments, and you're almost there. So thank you.
Okay. Nothing for citizens privilege, so we can move right into the next meeting, committee of the whole. So do you want to give us a brief update on the first four, Graham, public works and maintenance?
Yeah, not much for public works and maintenance. We're plugging along. We're getting in full swing of the grass cutting, so a little bit of curve getting started every year as the students start machines and stuff.
Do we have green team people?
Not as many as we usually get. How many have we there? I think we've got 2, and then that's partial funding there, and then I think we got 2 federal ones too. It wasn't big numbers. But we did have the maintenance, or we had our wellness center staff in there as well, but now we're picking up that. So we're short a few of our senior maintenance guys
splash pad up and running?
As of today, it's running. There's a few things they were kind of fighting with, but it is running and it's functioning properly, so, yeah, that should make some people happy.
Well, it's supposed to be warm this week.
It's supposed to be one this week.
I saw a video posted, it's making a lot of people happy.
Good.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, hopefully, we're on the edge of compliance with that one, and you're supposed to monitor and supervise it. We have signage up, and we're going to do something. On the garbage collection, none of an update there, sorry, still waiting to hear back from the contractor. The parks, we did some additional work, they went and did some videos of everything, trying to clear the list. I do have some information that I can share in camera about some funds being applied for, and some other plans we have there. And on the high-level infrastructure plan, I think Jack is getting pretty close with Laura on the RFP we're trying to work on. And so that's that. The lagoon, we got the timeline for you guys. It's a Gantt chart. It's pretty big and detailed. I'm sure if you're around, if you have questions about that, I think it's that.
You know what would be good there, Graham, with the lagoon is to have some negative posts of progress, like pictures. Because I drove out there, I never remember going around that road. I haven't probably been down there in 20 years, but I was shocked at the size of the dirt pile they got there and stuff like that. There's a lot of activity going on down there. And it would be nice to show the community, you know, sort of some of the stuff that's happening, all the good work that guys are doing.
No, I'm waiting for some pictures, so I agree.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty massive project when you see that.
So far, no major hurdles yet, so it's, we saved a little money, we spent a little money, we're doing okay.
Good.
And for noise, I have not heard nothing, absolutely nothing. I think that was a concern that possibly, with working 24 hours, that noise was going to be a factor. I've never heard anything worse. But
Okay. Cemetery bylaw.
So the cemetery bylaw, again, we're updating our bylaws. If this one hasn't been updated in a while, we also wanted to make some changes to the plot in terms of what we had allocated for graves versus cremations. Cremations have increased significantly and graves have not, so we just want to shuffle things around. It's entrenched in bylaw. We want to see that change happen.
So in addition to this, should we consider budgeting for columbarium, a new columbarium? Is that how?
I can look into that. I don't know that there was any issue with the columbarium space. I can look into that if you want.
Weren't we setting a little bit of money aside for that?
Yeah, we do collect money for the columbariums. I don't know that, again, I think I'm not sure if it's an issue right now. I haven't heard anything. I know this was an issue and they haven't brought that up, so.
I didn't know if that would help with
So
this.
this,
I don't know. But that has a very big price tag to it.
it does.
Yes.
The cremation plots and the columbariums are two different things.
Yeah.
The cremation plots and the
Right.
columbarium are two separate things, and the columbarium still have lots of them.
Well, there's lots of room in it, because my idea was that if the columbarium was running out of room, then you would need more cremation plots, if somebody chose that over the other.
No, I assume they would have brought it up
Okay.
at the same time here if there was an issue.
Okay.
Off topic, similar discussion. So if somebody is cremated and they have a family member who's already interred at the cemetery, can they be added as well? Yes, that's easy to do.
I want to say yes as well.
Okay, because I've had that asked to me and I forgot all about it.
There was a limit, there was so many for,
And we have 4.
4? Plus the original tenant?
Yeah.
The original tenant plus 3 more?
I think it's the original and 3 more.
All right.
It's in the bylaw.
Okay, good. No, as long as it's there. So somebody asked me that question and I didn't answer.
doesn't come up that often.
No, it doesn't.
No.
No. But given the way things are changing, especially if we need more space for cremations, there might be some plot sharing wanting to happen.
And I know they've done it in the past.
Okay, cool. Everybody's good with that? Bill, you still here? Billy?
Yeah, still here, I'm good.
All right. Okay, airport.
So we had to replace the furnace. It capped out January to March, kind of on and off. We were able to keep it living along, and then finally it was done. So they did replace it. I would like to pull that money from the airport reserve. It's not something we've been budgeting for. In a regular year, we saw big money coming in, we could probably absorb it during operations, but I really doubt that's going to be the case this year. We'll just be driving a deficit. So we have some money in the reserve. I think it should come from there. That'll balance the scale better.
Makes sense. How much?
350,000. Oh, and the furnace is 11.
So Graham, with that furnace replacement, and I know it's already done, but did we look at other alternatives to heat the place, such as like electricity, or, because it's a propane furnace?
At the time, it was an emergency decision.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
We did not.
Okay.
That was significant.
So how much was the cost of that, grant?
It was just shy of 11,000.
Oh, okay.
That's a propane boiler up there, right? Hey? Okay.
Yep, so take it from the reserve. Everybody's good on that? Yep. Okay. New business next meeting. You didn't want to agenda now, but you've got lots of time.
Yeah, well, we just need to add, we're hoping to have and I just emailed you the report, the CDC report, but if we could add the quarterly report from the CDC, sort of June or July 14th or whatever it was.
Do you want that as citizens period, or do you want it when you do your report to council?
Well, Jackie will probably come to the meeting, so wherever you think it fits best, Jen.
Citizens period.
Alrighty, well, I do know we have a couple of things for in camera, so the Deputy Mayor would.
Resolve that we do now move ourselves into the in-camera portion of the committee of the whole with Mayor Jason, the chair, to discuss matters requiring our attention.
Thank you.